Hey all, it's Glitter Pig. I just made a video on on TikTok, where I made this nail. I'm going to be uploading it later to here, YouTube. But right now, we're going to make this one. I'm telling you, on TikTok, I couldn't do this. So it looked far away and it was still blurry. And there's like these lines that are going, like this past the image. It was just a disaster. So we're gonna make this together. Where is my other nail tip? It's right here. Already prepped it, and I'm gonna put it on this stand. I didn't really get my stuff together. Thought I'd do it with you guys. And I hadn't done a TikTok live in a while, and I was nervous. Can you believe it? So I was going really fast, and it was, not helping that I was having those technical difficulties. So we're gonna start off with the base color is from here, from this Morda palette that I got on Temu. Let me open this. All right, put that away. This is kind of like the way you make this design, making it look like sand, is kind of like the way people do sweater nails. So let me see if I have the right, I have the right brush. But we're using pat paint, and not in its, initial state, but instead gonna mix it with some base coat to get it thinner. I just used some of these supplies so they still have stuff left over on them. I'm just gonna use this to mix it. Let's grab some. You guys see that? Grab some from here. It's a lot. That's all right. Stuff is so thick. All right. I'm mixing it. We're gonna do one layer first. That's not gonna have the graininess on it, which is made with acrylic powder. We're gonna do just one regular coat. So let's do this. My setup is a little better now. I know I've complained about it to you guys a few times. So I feel more comfortable with it. So there's that. That's one coat, 60 seconds. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do another coat, just like that, but we're not gonna cure it, and we're gonna pour acrylic powder over it. Let me get this scoop to get something to catch it. I have a little lid that I use to catch the acrylic powder, little gems and glitters and stuff. So we're gonna use this scoop, clean it off a little bit. I'm still nervous from the TikTok live that I just did. I'm still nervous from it because I hadn't done one in a while, and I was just rushing through the whole thing. So let's get to this. do one coat so we can make our sand. All right. And not cure it, right? Gotta remind myself. All right. We pour this. We don't pour it from here. I'm gonna scoop it out. If you guys know an easier way, please tell me. All right. Do it little by little. All right. Turn it so you catch it real good. This is what's gonna make it look like sand. We're gonna do the 3D sculpture of the fish on top. And also put sand on that. And that's gonna make it look like a sand sculpture. And again, it's kind of like the same technique as the sweater nails that are made in the wintertime. This, the reason, I think, I don't know, I've never made sweater nails, I don't think. And I don't know if they use gel polish, like just polish for it. I wanted to use paint because I'm going to carve into it. And so I didn't want it to just, you know, go level back out when I carved. I'm going to carve. See what I didn't do? I got to pour this back in. That's all right. We're going to do more. So I'm going to carve the design of the fish. I can't look through the magnifying lens, so I'll just do it like this. Is this the right way to do it? Let me use a paint. All right. I don't remember how I did it. Not that. Come here. All right. I'm carving it here because I'm going to try to leave this around the fish. All right. Let's try this. Does that look like a fish to you? Not yet. All right, and then the tail. There. If you get like these little bits up here, you know, it would be kind of hard to clean them up. So I leave them because it works in a way, because it looks kind of like sand. It's not going to look perfect, you know, so it still works. And this that I scraped right there in the middle, that's going to be underneath the fish, so that's not a problem. I need gloves. I'm getting my gloves. And I put my 3D gel away? Because I used the same one for, oh no, I didn't put it away. Where is it? It's right here. I used the same one in the design I just made on TikTok. So let me put my gloves on. So I can touch this stuff. So I can roll it in my hands. I don't want to touch it with my bare hands. I was telling them on TikTok that I have the acrylate allergy. I got it from exposure, you know, just not knowing when you don't know. When you're, maybe it's easier for it to happen to someone like me who's self-taught. But what are you going to do once you get it? Well, you're gonna wear gloves. And I was wearing gloves for excuse me, maybe a year and a half. And then one day I was so frustrated, and I said, oh, I'm not gonna put them on today. I'm just gonna be super careful, not get it on me. Well, you know what ends up happening is you get it on yourself, you get it on your skin, and you wipe it off real quick. I wiped it off real quick with alcohol, but when I first got the allergy, that's what was doing it to me, is just getting it on my skin quickly wiping it off. And just that little bit is what made me get the allergy. So I don't know why it hasn't acted up this time. Is that enough? That's not enough for that fish. All right, let's get more. A little bit more. A little bit kind of goes a long way. Turns into, when you're working with small proportions, try that. This is kind of easy as far as 3D goes. Let me not jinx myself right now by saying that, but it's kind of easy because you're not really doing anything more than moving the balls a little bit around, like this ball right here. Let me see. Clean my brush. Gonna use this same brush. All right. And I still feel like I'm rushing a little bit. And I know why. Did you guys hear my stomach? That's why. Because I'm hungry. My husband told me, he's not here right now, but he told me that to eat before he left. And I said, he said to eat a snack. And I said, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna eat a snack. But I knew I wasn't gonna do it. Okay, let me clean that. See how dirty this is? I should know better. I'm using the dirty acetone. I knew I wasn't gonna eat, but I said I was going to anyway. So now I'm hungry. And just trying to drink this. In the meantime, all right, let me clean, because I think I got some of this paint, some of this gel paint on the sand. So I want to clean it up. Looking at it from the side here, trying to look at this while I'm working through the phone, and is it's making it harder. See how I keep smearing it there? Gotta clean up before I cure it. If I cure it, it's just gonna stay stuck on there. Let me fix that. Okay, let me do the little bit of his tail. Right now, we'll cure that together. So I need less for that. Is that gonna be enough? Does that look like enough? Maybe. Try that. And you guys see how I'm trying to stay within this line that we scratched out. It's kind of like when you're digging in the sand and you just run your finger along it. It's gonna leave that mark Okay, let's try to do this tail. Let me push it instead with the silicone tool. Try this. Oh, here comes a big growl, guys. And I could have snacked too. After the TikTok live, but I didn't. Alright. Yeah, it's not bad. Pulling it out and staying within that scratch line. That's what I'm going to call it. If it's not coming out perfectly smooth, because here I am, I'm going to try to smooth it out again. But if it's not coming out perfectly smooth, I think it's not such a big deal. Because, again, this is supposed to be like a sand sculpture. They're not going to be perfect. Although I have, you see those really impressive ones, and they are perfect looking. I don't know how those people do it. All right, let me clean up around the edges. And we're going to cure that diddle right there. Cure that for 60 seconds. I got this on Temu. I got the Morta palette on Temu as well. We're going to use that paint mixture that we made again right now. Clean my brush. Where is it? Come here, you. I don't know if I should use this. Yeah, I'll use that. And then we're going to pour acrylic powder over it again as well. So here's our paint mixture, which is the Morta palette pat paint mixed with some base gel. I used the Model 1s because that's what I have. Works great. All right. Excuse me. Let's get this out. So now we're gonna carefully paint. See if I can do this way. You wanna paint it a little bit thick, a little bit, not a lot, because so I'm kind of scooping out the paint a little bit, because you're gonna carve into it. You'll see. Carve a little more detail into it. I'm getting glasses too, so I'm excited about that. Maybe that'll make it easier because I can see I'm getting paint on the sides that I'm gonna have to clean up. I can see it, and I'm gonna do something about it. I'm just trying to cover this, cover what I need to cover. All right, let's clean up the sides, clean our brush really well. No, got rid of that. All right, I might do this under the, let me do it under the magnifying lens real quick. Or I might, you know what? I don't even need to do that because I'm gonna pour I'm gonna pour more acrylic over it. All right, so don't cure. Let's go back to the acrylic powder. Let me close this. I don't need this anymore. Do our little catcher thingy. All right, so let's do this again. I figure I can leave the paint that got on the sides because I'm going to cover it again. It's going to look like sand again. It's not going to be glossy if I do it right. And it'll be an imperfection just like a real sand sculpture. So it doesn't have to be, you know, super smooth, a super smooth sculpture. Like I said before. We're not pros at sand sculptures. At least I'm not. I don't even know if I've ever made one. Have you guys ever made one? And if so, what have you made? I don't live too far from the beach, so maybe I can get in some practice this summer. We'll see. Oh, I'm gonna catch my acrylic, put it back in there. All right, close that up so it doesn't spill. Sorry for this boring part. And let's go back to the carving. So don't cure again, not yet. And let us carve we're gonna carve an eye for the fish. Yep, can you see that? And when we put down our initial base on here on the sides, on the bottom, our initial base, it was because I was gonna scratch and you didn't want it to be see-through underneath. So that's why we did that. I forgot to mention that. Let's make some little, like, some scales. And again, if it's got little bits that are raised, then that's okay. That's our sand doing its thing. Nature. All right. Draw this, and then make a little detail on his tail. There you go. There you go. Now you cure. And another feature of this design is the sandals. And they're gonna come out, like the edges aren't gonna be smooth because I'm doing it on top of this sand. I did the nails, I made them to wear. And what I did is I did my first coat of the paint smooth. And then I painted the sandals. I did one with sunglasses. I painted that so it'd be smooth. And then I went around with the paint mixture around the sandals with this and did the acrylic over it. It's a little bit more, you know, you have to be a little bit more careful there. So because I'm doing this over, you know, over the camera, filming it and my eyes, I didn't want to take that on right now, but that's the way to go if you want it to look smooth. So there goes my stomach again. Let's do what color sandals? Let's do this color. All right. Getting my, I think it's 5mm brush. I use these by Beetles. Let's do them on the top this time. Okay. Do a little bit of a curve for the arch. There. Fill it in. Do the other one. Start out smooth. Make the outline. And then you fill it in. All right. That's just the top of the sandals, not the whole thing. All right. Fill that in. Okay. Cure that. And then I want to do the, you know, what makes them like the thong, the thing that, you know, holds them on you. I want to make it look a little bit darker. I'm just going to darken this just so you can see them. I'm going to darken this Madam Glam Frosting Fun with a little bit of black. I love this brand, you guys. I can't. It's so good. With Chon Legend. I'm like instantly a fan from like the first time that I used it. Is that dark enough? I want it to still look teal a little bit. I made it too dark. That's fine. All right, use my same brush. And let's get my top coat ready. All right. So I use the same brush to make the little details here. Start in the middle, go out. Start in the middle, go out. And then do the same thing to the other one. Start in the middle, go out, and there you go. You got a pair of sandals. That part, the sandals, we are gonna top coat with this Ohura Pro Glossy Top Gel, which I've told you guys before. I use this one almost all the time. Depending what I'm going for. This is something that is not gonna cloud over your design, the details of your design. It's Korean, it's really good stuff. You can get it on Ohura.com. If you follow me on Instagram, the link is in my bio. And use my code GLITTER15. That's glitter15. So you can get, so you can save some money. We're finishing up curing. Go back to my top coat. My my brush, my little brush. All right. All right, and top coat this. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna upload that live from, that's it. I'm not gonna upload that live from TikTok where I made the other design because that was a disaster, you guys. I don't know why I was so nervous. I'm like still like energized from it right now. So sorry if this one isn't, if this video isn't as, you know, relaxing, I hope, as my other videos. But it was a disaster. I was going so fast and, you know, all over the place. So I don't want you guys to see me like that. I don't want you to see that side of me. Although sometimes I post my flops. Because it's not as bad as I think. And people will tell you that. Other artists, you know, that are doing really well. Take these off. They'll say just post the fails, you know. You never know. Sometimes when I've posted my fails, they do really well, which is awesome. But I don't understand why. So that's something I have to try to figure out. But here we go, guys. This is our finished design. And see how we have the scratch going along? Isn't that cool? Right? We have the details of the fish. We have his eye and his scales, his tail. This is all sand and some flip-flops. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day and take it easy. Oh, and these are my nails that I'm wearing right now. Pretty. All right, see, I gotta go eat. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye.